Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Fifth Road Tarot. I am glad to be back with you and glad to give you this week's reading, the week of January 20th. It's about 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm preparing to get my week started as well, my day, and yeah, just really happy to be back. Had a really great weekend, and I hope you did too. So let's get started. I call on my enlightened and ascended ancestors and teachers to come into this reading today to help me give a message for the collective so that they can have a productive week. Thank you so much, Spirit. All right, let's get started. Go ahead and shuffle. As always, these readings will not resonate with everyone. If they do help you, I would appreciate a like, a thumbs up, or if you like what you're hearing and want to hear more, certainly would welcome a subscription. All right, so let's keep going here. Okay, thank you so much, Spirit, for being with us today. Can you give us some cards for our reading today? Any words for, there we go. Wow, this came out last week. We must be still in that energy, the Three of Wands. I believe it was last week that it came out. Okay, Spirit, do you have any other cards for the collective? The Knight of Swords. Alright, Spirit, do we have any other cards for the what? That one always falls out. And, okay, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Alright, awesome, good stuff. So, let me take a quick minute to look at what we have here. Alright. Okay, so let's go over the cards one by one first, and then we'll try and piece together the story out of this. So first we have the Three of Wands. And I think it was the reading last week where we talked about the Three of Wands. In this reading, I see the Wands as the Three of Wands as someone who is in a situation of building something, and you're waiting for the completion of this project. You're waiting for the final wand to come in. But with the Knight of Swords, instead of this final wand for stability coming in, the Knight of Swords comes in. The Knight of Swords is someone young, so the Knight of Swords is someone who is young, but not too young, maybe 20s, early 30s. That's what the Knight of Swords as a person represents. And this person is coming in with a communication or an idea, or someone is coming in very quickly, and without a whole lot of thought, but very passionate and adventurous and very loyal, coming in with a message. So this might actually be your ship coming in. for your stability. And again, this person has prepared these 3 wands here to start building something. Because if we look at, if I were to pull out the 4 of Wands card, this would show a house, or honestly something representing, I believe it's called a huppah. In Jewish weddings, it's a structure that the bride and the groom stand under. They stand under it, and they make their vows to each other. But either way, the 4 of Wands would represent that structure, that stability, that um, mm, that uh, mm, I don't know why I just wanted to say that intuition, but this might even be because the Knight of Swords are about thoughts and communication. This sword might actually be about um, your intuition, your intuition coming in to say something about what you've built already, or someone coming in with their own intuition to give you a message. And lastly, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Aces are about beginnings, new starts. When we think of Pentacles, we think of Earth, we think of relationship, we think of um, new offers. Wow. So there are several themes in this reading. There are 2 paths in this reading. One path could be that you are building something, and excuse me, this Knight of Swords is coming in to either provide this fourth a communication about this 4th wand, or what you have built already. There's a poet named David Whyte, and there's a quote by him that a friend of mine shared with me, and it said that your if you can the dreams that you can plan for yourself, the dreams that you can fulfill for yourself are too small. So on one hand, while there might be a message for some people that, a communication is coming through about stability, someone could be coming in and saying that the ideas that you have for yourself, or the thoughts that you have about what you want, are actually too small. And because of that, a new offer is coming in that could change this entirely. And this Knight of Swords, even though there's a communication about a new offer, a new job, a new beginning, a new possibility about maybe even a business. Wow, that's really amazing. Let me look at the bottom of the deck to see if I can get some overall insight. We have the Hangman, which is a major arcana card, the number 12. The Hanged Man is about a change in perspective. And I think that's exactly what I'm seeing here is, even though you've built up to this point, it looks like there is something coming in, a communication coming in about an offer, a job, and this Hanged Man is you either having to make a decision, or you having to change your perspective completely about the way you saw things happening for you going forward. What might actually be happening is something completely different. Wow. All right. Good reading. So let me see if I can get some guidance for you about changing perspective, um, or receiving this communication. Um, Yes. Okay. receiving communication, or even let's see, maybe if we have some sort of guidance from, you know what, I will go to my, do I want animal spirit or do I want archetypes? Because if we're talking about change and we're talking about an offer coming in, maybe it would help you to, you know what, I'll do both. I'll pull an animal spirit card and I'll also pull an archetypes card. And if you can embody the animal spirit card to help you embrace this change, I think that would be really cool. And maybe the archetype will also give you an idea of how to either um, look at things differently, or accept this communication that's going to be coming in, or even accept this offer that's going to be coming in, right? Okay, let's get started. I'm going to set these aside and I'm going to do animal spirit first. And I only want one card. Spirit, if if it, you know, if you would like to give more than one card, I will happily accept it, but I really am looking only for one card today, Spirit. Thank you. Some guidance on either receiving communication or changing perspective, or somehow how we can embrace a bigger picture, a bigger picture of the things that we want. All right, Spirit, can we get one card for the collective to help guide them about how to maybe change their perspective or accept an offer or receive a communication? Earthworm. Awesome. I'll set that right there. Put this to the side. And now I want to go ahead and pick an archetypes card. We'll get that going. So, for those of you who are closely watching, which I know a lot of people are, well, you know, a lot of people do because this is the internet, right? I am a rock climber and I do a lot of stuff outdoors. So my hands touch earth and rock and, you know, workout equipment pretty often. So, not quite the prettiest of hands, but also I just love nature and love being outdoors. And sometimes having long nails or stuff like that kind of gets in the way. So not quite an apology, but just an explanation of who I am as a person. And yeah, whatever. Anyway, so Spirit, can we get a card for the archetype for the collective? Ooh, wow, the Queen. Interesting. That kind of just popped out. That never has done that with this deck. You guys are special. All right, I'm going to set this over here. And let's go ahead and read first for the Earthworm. And I'm just going to keep that set there so you can see it. Actually, let me pull it closer for you to take a good look at it. Earthworm. How pretty is that? All right, Earthworm. And that's obviously Earth element. So, the Earthworm is shy, hesitant, and reluctant to share inner vision. We have all felt the woes of the Earthworm at some point along the way. The Earthworm indicates a newbie or novice working to establish confidence in a new field. Others around you may seem wise and experienced, but it's important to remember they once felt Earthworm energy too. This is a card. This card is a reminder not to be intimidated or lose hope. Mastery takes time, and you're on the right track. Besides, rumor has it a beginner's mind offers the most valuable insights. So I think this fits in very, very, very well with this reading because of this newness. Maybe we're being our job is being changed into something that or maybe our job is being changed, or maybe we are taking on a new role, either at work, or maybe we're even creating a business where we're kind of new at what we're doing and we're a little bit unsure in this hangman energy. We're unsure of where to go and what to do. So when this earthworm energy is in balance, we feel, and this is how you know that you're on the right track with, changing your perspective or understanding where you are right now. When you are in balance with the earthworm energy, you are earnest, intelligent, and valuable. But when you are out of balance, you're self-conscious and apprehensive. So earthworm is saying, try to be more earnest, intelligent, and valuable. Understand those things about yourself and bring them to the table. Because someone wouldn't come in with this communication, right? This communication about this offer for you if they did not think that you were capable of doing it. So, if you find that you are out of balance with this energy and need help, speak up, risk embarrassment, right? To learn more and fully embrace this new offer that's coming to you. Because, and when I say new offer, I want to highlight the importance of this offer. If we look, this is a hand coming from heaven, reaching out to you with this huge offer, this huge beginning. And if we look at the card below, we see there's an opening here that either takes us out of our comfort zone where we are, see this garden, because beyond we can see mountains, we can see adventure, we can see more earth, more of the world. So this might even be something that alludes to traveling, but it definitely alludes to a change in environment and a change in pace. So take that into account as you look at this card and this new offer. Don't just keep looking at what you're building. Look beyond what you've prepared, because something is taking you to a bigger place, to a land, probably even another land, probably even travel. Wow. All right, so let's look at this queen. And the thing that strikes me with the queen card itself is, one, this looks like the moon, and it looks exactly like this Ace of Pentacles, this pentacle that is being offered to you, this queen. So let's go ahead and read what the queen archetype might be telling us, because it might be telling us a little bit of a, I don't know what this card is going to say. And this is also the numeral here, the Roman numeral here is 11, which is a master number. That's awesome too. Let's see. Okay, the queen. Let me bring this a little closer so you can see it. So you've got a hand there, you've got an amulet, a snake, a flower, and what looks like the moon. Actually, and around it kind of looks like eclipse energy. Sweet. And we've actually had a few eclipses. So this moon might be right in front of the sun. Very cool. Okay, let me go ahead and read. The Queen, the Empress, the Mother Queen, the Sovereign. And it the Sovereign. And so I say this like I read a lot as a kid. I read a lot of fairy tales and things like that. But in olden times, olden times, the pentacle or a coin used to be called sovereigns in fairy tales and things like that. So take it how you will. Okay, I'm going to continue to read. Like her counterpart, the king, the queen has a dualistic nature. Either she presides and oh, I think I pulled the king last. Did I pull the king or the emperor last week? Is one of these cards. Okay, anyway, she has a dualistic nature. Either she presides over the realm with grace and eloquence that comes from the heavens to uplift the spirit of others, or she falls into petty, contemptuous moods, casting a shadow across the land. If the king is the ego, the queen is the expression of that ego in the world. She is the lotus's bloom, the dancer's bow, the moon's radiant reflection. When the queen is seated in her rightful and righteous place, she is patient and forgiving. She waits for the grace of God and Goddess to move through her, striving and grasping for nothing. To be the benevolent leader, to embody the queen, is to settle into deep trust, resolve, and power. The royal queen fears nothing, for divinity itself cradles her heart. So I can't stress this enough. What I see coming for you. What you thought, what you thought was right for you is being drastically changed. If anything, here I see a role of someone who thought they were going to be like a worker bee kind of person for the rest of their life and work like I don't, and I only say this for this reading, work like normal, right? This I see a CEO energy here. And please understand that when this role comes into being, you have an option of being a benevolent, um, peaceful, leader in this new role, right? Or you can be petty and fall into shadow. And as someone who has had to make a choice in that role at one point in time, trust me when I say being benevolent is good for your health. Experience wise, being benevolent is good for your health. I like to tell people, based on the experience that I had, I like to sleep at night. I don't like to take any of this home. So, when you find yourself, if you find yourself resonating with this and this comes to you, this new role, this new job, this CEO energy, this rise up energy where you are now in charge, let's read on to find out what could help you be a good queen. And when I say good, I mean someone who's in their benevolent power, not someone who falls to their own shadow. Okay, so when you are in light, when you resonate with this card and when you move into this position, when you are in light, you are the embodiment of grace, courage, resolve, and stillness. When you are in the darkness or in the shadow of this card, you are vain, wrathful, self-righteous, and demanding. In order to go deeper, read Nikki Giovanni's Ego Tripping. I love that poem, and I'm definitely gonna link you to it in below, in the comment, not in the comments, in the description. I love that poem. I recited that poem for a talent contest years and years ago when I was a kid. I love it. Let that inform you as the queen. Embracing your queen qualities without giving up your queen power. How about that? All right. And Kim Krans also recommends listening to Nina Simone singing Stars at the 1976 Montreal Jazz Festival. So I'll link that below too if I can find it on YouTube. Let's see, what else? In order to read more about the Queen energy overall, read Cleopatra's monologue in Shakespeare's Antony and Cleopatra, Act 5, Scene 2. Then read about Inanna, Tara, and Hera. Now, funnily enough, I've actually been feeling a lot of Inanna's energy. I posted on Instagram and Facebook about um, Inanna's high priestess, Enahuava. I think that's how you say her name, who was a high priestess of Inanna and wrote many great poems, and actually was the first. She is considered the first female author because her works are in print. Um, so definitely yes, look up Inanna, Inanna, Tara, and Hera. And here's another quote. The queen does not accept the hand of a prince, but claims the throne, knowing the king draws near. She is a magnet for the fully embodied masculine and entertains nothing less. You're the queen. Don't accept less than the king. Don't don't accept any less than the king. No prince. See, and this might even be a relationship thing, right? Even though you're building and waiting for this again, we talk about this final wand being that stability. You're building for a prince to arrive here, but these cards are saying, oh no 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 no, oh no 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 no. We have more loyalty coming for you. We have a bigger offer coming for you. And if this is for you about relationships, this is someone coming in with a better offer than what you, oh my gosh, than what you could build for anyone else. Wow. Whoa. I don't know who that's for. I hope it resonates because, wow, I'm loving that energy for you. But I am hoping that your king is coming and you're not waiting around, right, for some prince to come and save you. Prince Charming, right? No. Prince Charming days are over, guys. It's time for the king to come in because you're a queen. All right. And again, energy, masculine, feminine, that kind of thing. This is not about man, woman. This is about the energy that you're embracing, the energy that you're embodying. You can be a man and still embody this queen energy. You can be a man building for this other, this princess maybe, or this prince. And and this is still not good enough for you because your king energy is coming in and the queen is um masculine embodied power in the feminine. Woo, woo. Oh my goodness, I love this reading. Also, and don't forget Earthworm energy. All right. Wow. Thank you so much everyone for being here for this reading. This is really great. I love reading tarot. And if you would like to book a reading, please email me at fifthroadshop@gmail.com down below. I'll also post other ways to get in touch with me. Um, yeah. Well, that's your reading. Ooh, blah. That's your reading for January 20th. And I hope you have a wonderful week. And I hope you are ready to become the queen and enjoy this change in perspective. Okay? All right. Thanks, everyone. Love, light, blessings. See ya.